Then there's a rumor floating on the internet that Meta, aka Facebook, is acquiring virtual metaverse world, the Sandbox. Nothing official, it's unverified, but setting the record straight for us now is Sebastian Bourget, COO and co-founder of the Sandbox. Welcome, Sebastian. Great to have you. So lots of speculation about a possible deal between Meta and the Sandbox. If true, that would be huge. Is it happening?
Well, the answer is no. It's a totally fake rumor, and I hope it will never be happening because we've been pushing this vision of creating a truly open metaverse, fully decentralized, owned by the users at the core. So I don't see any compatibility here with what we're doing, our vision to empower players and creators to own land, to own assets, to own their identity, and build this digital nation through Web3, through blockchain, through DAO, etc.
So just curious, where did the rumor come from? Is it just completely manufactured out of crypto Twitter, or do you have any idea why people have started saying this?
I have no clue, but truth is like there's so many things happening in Sandbox every day now, like almost every hour you see new project, new partnership, people using our tool to create and empower their community. We announced last week the Warner Music group entering Sandbox, etc. So maybe people are fantasizing, but that's really not our dream here. Like we have a much bigger vision for the metaverse. I think we've been very vocal about it, and we hope to push that vision even further now.
What was interesting in the rumor mill is that people were then saying, oh, okay, if Meta acquires Sandbox, how would that happen? Can a company even acquire a decentralized metaverse?
That's actually a great question. And that would mean essentially that the company would need to acquire from every single token holder their NFTs, their currency, acquire the majority, if not the totality of the supply of the currency to really own it in a similar way that you own an equity-based company. And that's, I think it's something really difficult to achieve given here like the stakes.
So, you seem pretty critical of Facebook getting involved in the metaverse. I don't know if you got a chance to see Facebook's earning results and some of the losses that they've taken in this investment. What do you think? We've asked you this question before, but now that there's a little more data out there, what do you think they're doing right? What do you think they're doing wrong? Should other companies, does it make sense for companies like Facebook to get in, or Meta, to get into the metaverse? What's your take now that we have this data?
I haven't looked at the result this morning, so this is fresh data I will need to check out. But I know intrinsically what they are doing wrong. Like they are pushing, thinking the metaverse is going to be a place that's going to be transactional for commerce. And they are keeping a mindset where like they want as a platform to control the ownership of the user identity, the data of their users, and the digital content produced by their users. They went as far as saying like they are giving up on Libra, their cryptocurrency exploration project, and they are like not giving any sign to look or embrace like true decentralized ownership, NFTs, and other decentralized contents. So that's, for me, it's like, I don't know, it's ignoring what's happening in the space, and it's ignoring like what technology is enabling towards building a better web, a web that's more community driven. This vision also of like building and not like they launched the avatar feature, but the avatar is still something very attached to your real world identity in Facebook. You still need your Facebook account to just enter an avatar. I think this is just wrong. Like you should just pick up a nickname, choose how you look like, and that's how you enter the metaverse.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if Meta or any entity, and this is a counter argument I've seen floating online, if they create a metaverse that offers quality games and free income producing land, why would people want to use something like the Sandbox where you have to pay thousands of dollars for land?
Well, first of all, you do not need to pay anything to enter Sandbox. You can get started for free just from your avatar. You can actually experience other people's creation, and you can start earn revenue from spending your time. Like your time is actually being valued in Sandbox through play to earn, and your loyalty towards brand, towards creator is rewarded in the form of NFTs and tokens. And that's, again, something really new and very opposed to the model that Facebook is pushing toward a more transactional web 2.0. Then you have the opportunity in Sandbox to acquire true ownership properties that you can then operate, generate a revenue from, and build really fun, immersive experience full of culture that comes globally. And that's something that I haven't seen that much in the format that Facebook used. Like it seems pretty boring, everything I've seen so far in all the videos they released.
You know, you're describing Minitel. It kind of reminds me of Minitel back in the day, in the 90s. Do you think that there's a model there of where things can kind of go wrong?
Plenty of things can go wrong, of course, like if I knew the future ahead, etc. But I think like when you empower communities and the value goes back to those communities, like those creators can actually make things happen differently. And we've seen the network effect that Web3 has enabled to date through cryptocurrency, through NFTs, through all various initiatives, including DAOs, etc. And I'm confident as we are seeing the acceleration of Sandbox with all those brands coming in, all those builders joining the ecosystem, all those jobs being created, that we have all the right ingredients in hands to for the successful recipe.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you see other companies like Microsoft inking a deal with Activision, which is being reviewed by the FTC in the United States, and Nintendo being vague, flirting with the idea of metaverse. So what are your thoughts of this incoming onslaught of competition, potentially?
I think it's essentially showcasing like this space, this is virtual world, like they call themselves metaverse, but I don't believe they are. They are just like traditional virtual world, is going to be very geared toward entertainment. That's why some of the key actors are trying to secure major IPs that can draw in the players. And because their model is about locking users, they want to lock the users on their platform, trying to secure their position in the space. We want to take a very opposite approach, like embracing many IPs, welcoming them, mixing them, and allowing even the users to move from one decentralized world to another, allowing NFT to come and take life, being playful, etc. So I don't see that in a future where everyone gets accustomed to own their identity, own their asset, being able to transfer it somewhere else, use it somewhere else, and sell it anywhere else on the platform, that there is a future for locked platform where they can do that.